Okay, hello and welcome to this video. Okay, so today I want to be talking about why to win and to do good and to not fail in the current world and in the current market, you could say, you must become a person who is irreplaceable and very important. Let me tell you why. So, let's go back a couple months to last year, November. Last year, November, I finished year 12. I turned 18. I finished high school, and yeah, it was great. I finished high school, turned 18, and after that, I really had nothing to do. After finishing high school, I was in summer break. You can say I was in my break just before university starts. So I'm in my break, and what's the better thing to do than get a job, right? Have something to do because I had nothing to do at the time after finishing high school. So I thought I'll get a job, and yeah, I can say it was harder than I thought because at the time it was near Christmas, and near Christmas in Australia, no one really hires because there's not much demand. Everything slows down a little bit. So not much people are hiring. I can't seem to find a job, and a week passes, 2 weeks passes, 3 weeks passes. I'm at home for like weeks on end with no job, and you can understand it gets very boring, right? So I'm trying my best. I'm trying to find a job in wherever industry I can, just to spend my time doing something more productive. So a couple of weeks go by. I'm trying to find a job in like the factory area, somewhere where I can earn good money. I'm physically fit. I can work hard. I have no problem working physically. So I said I want to work somewhere in factory or warehouse. So after applying everywhere for weeks and weeks on end, I finally get a bit lucky, and I get a call from a hiring agency saying they have a job I can apply and I can go for. So basically, that day, I get the call. They hop on a meeting with me, and it's an interview. And on the interview, they ask me, couple of questions to do with the job, how much experience I have in factory, which I lied about. I don't have much experience. Um, and they just asked me a couple of questions to do with working in a factory, which I lied about completely. But to get the job, and I still got it. So I get the job. I'm excited. The pay they told me as well. And yeah, Monday I start. So fast forward Monday, I wake at 5 a.m. sharp. My shift is at 6:30. Wake up at 5 a.m. Get ready. Blah blah blah. I get there. I get to the factory. The factory's clean. It's a nice place. And that first day goes amazing. The job, I like it. It's great. The pay's good. And let me just explain to you what I did at the job. Basically, it's a probiotic company called Yakult. Many of you would probably know it. It's a probiotic company who makes these little bottles of probiotics, and it's called Yakult. You can search it up, Yakault. They make probiotics, and my job was basically to sit on a chair like this, right? A nice chair with back support. I sit on a chair, and it's a production line. The products are coming, and all I have to do is grab the product when it comes to me, inspect it, and if there's nothing wrong with it, I just put it back on the shelf. If there is something wrong with the packaging or the product itself, I grab the product and I put it to my left, and someone picks it up and takes it. I don't know where it goes. So the job's piss easy. The pay is great. I get paid $31.23 an hour, and yeah, everything's great. I'm happy. I'm very happy. I tell my friends about it, so it's good. Now, I worked there a week, and the week after, me and my family are going on a trip to Sydney. I live in Melbourne, Australia, and we're going on a trip to Sydney. I have some family friends there, and we're visiting them. So I let the company know about it. They tell me it's fine. They give me the green light. I come back. Next day, I got work. So just like any time, I get up 5 a.m. sharp, get ready, and get to the factory at 6:30 a.m. I get there. We have a little like locker section where everyone like changes. I get there, I'm changing, I'm putting my uniform on, and my manager walks in. He's a Korean guy. He walks in and he looks at me. He's like, "Oh, hey, hi, how are you?" I'm like, "Oh, hi." I say good morning back, and then he looks back. He's like, "Wait, didn't they call you?" I said, "Who?" He said, "Well, the agency people. You actually cancelled today." I said, "What do you mean cancelled?" He said, "Well, basically you're fired." And like obviously, like when I hear that, I'm upset. No one told me anything. I wasn't given a warning. Nothing. They just fired me, and didn't even bother to tell me that I'm fired. So, anyways, I go outside. I call the agency people, and they make up some, cheap excuse. They tell me, "Oh, because you got university next month. So why would they even hire me if I had new university? If they knew I had university next month?" It's obviously like an excuse, right? But fair enough. You can't do anything. I couldn't do anything. I was like, alright, fair enough. So, after that, I just got told that I'm fired. I go and sit in my car, and I think, why would they fire me? Obviously, it's not because of uni. It's, and the manager, I remember, he told me, "Oh, we're actually overstaffed." I was like, okay, so they're overstaffed, and they fired me, and they used uni as an excuse. But why would they fire me, right? And I came to the conclusion, I'm simply replaceable at a snap of a finger. That's how quick I am replaceable. That's how quick they can replace me with anyone else on the planet. Think about it. How many people can sit down on a chair, take a look at something for mistakes, and then put it back? Millions of people. Anyone on the planet can do that who's, got a brain. So they don't rely on me, and they do not need me for anything. And that's the lesson I learned. And the bigger picture here is you need to become irreplaceable. You need to become someone that's important. You need to be the person who has skills and assets which are in demand and are very hard to replace or replicate by AI. You need to be that sort of person. If you're not that sort of person, then currently in the world you are very soon to be replaced by someone else or replicated by AI. Now, here's one thing you can't do and one thing you shouldn't do. You cannot blame the company or anyone else. You need to be extremely accountable for your actions, and you just need to learn from it and you need to grow from it. I got fired, okay, fair enough. I don't have bills to pay. I don't got any responsibilities, to be honest. It's fine. I'll find another job. But what can I learn from this? Yeah, exactly. I can learn to become someone who cannot be replaced by gaining very valuable skills and assets. So, now that I've learned this lesson, now that I've learned that, I need to become someone important, and to do that is to have skills and assets which are hard to replace by others and AI now. What am I investing in, and what am I doing to become that sort of person? Let me run you down of two things that I'm doing, which I think everyone else should try to do or put some time and effort in, which would help them currently and in the future. So number one, I will be going into uni soon, as I mentioned before, and I'll be studying the Bachelor's of Artificial Intelligence. Now, I understand that there may be a chance of this uni degree not being let's say it doesn't help me, but it's still, I think, a great step and a great leap to trying to capitalize on something that is certain, right? Everyone knows it's certain that AI is going to be, in the future, very important. It's probably going to be one of the most important industries of our lives in the future. So, very important for a young man like me and other older generations to try to capitalize on this new opportunity as best as they can. What I'm trying to do to capitalize on this opportunity is try to study it. And once you study it, then you get into that field and you work in that field. Once you work in that field, more doors open, maybe just more opportunities. Once you're in that field, more opportunities in that field will open, which is pretty obvious. But that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to study AI. I'm trying to get into the field of AI to capitalize on this opportunity. And I think everyone should do this to an extent. Maybe not going to university, but maybe try to meet others who are in that field. Maybe just try to study it as much as you can. Try to get to know it. Try to implement it in your maybe in your work, in your life, in your business. And I think that if you do that compared to another person who doesn't, I do think you're going to beat them in the future. And I believe you're going to reap the benefits of this opportunity, which is AI. Now, the second thing which I am investing in, and I believe is going to make me a person who is hard to replace and replicate, and will give me a big return on investment in the future, is my personal brand. I'm just at the beginning of this. I'm not the most biggest content creator or the best at it, but I think it's a long game. Being a long game, it doesn't matter, but I think investing into your personal brand is, other than AI, I think one of the best opportunities that we as young people have. The reason I believe this is because every person in the world, I believe, has some sort of uniqueness or edge compared to other people that they've been given. Everyone has their maybe short subset of uniqueness. It doesn't have to be too many things, but it's something. There has to be something, maybe a attribute, maybe a skill, maybe experiences, which is a great one. I believe everyone has something that's a bit different, and many things that are the same, which they can relate to others. But think about it this way: if you have something unique and many things that are relatable to other people, and you put that online and you market it and it goes well, I believe that can lead you to be very successful. And that I have proof of many other. I'm sure you know many other people online who are popular, who capitalize on this opportunity of content and personal brand, and now have become very successful at it. And by doing that, they are irreplaceable because they're being themselves, and they cannot be replicated because human connection is a very hard thing to replicate. So yeah, these are the two things that I believe everyone should invest in, that I'm investing in: AI and social media in terms of personal brand. And I think the people who invest in this are going to reap the benefits, and they are not going to be the people who get replaced and the people who are beaten. Instead, they are going to be winners in the current world and in the future. Thank you for listening. Have a good day.